Nilidhani hallucination ni kama na chizi jo, kumbe ni echo za mind yangu zina bounce kwa wall. Kuna msee ananicheki, kumbe ni mimi kwa kioo. Siri ni yetu, watatu ni wa kupoison sinia. Hakuna kitu valuable kama kimya kwa hii dunia. Break worth of silence na zile kelele na make sacrifice kila kitu, hiyo ni kama nita make. Nitoke hiyo side ingine ya hiyo shimo, unless staki hipo kuna mademon lazima nita face. Ndo nijipate kabla uovu za dunia zini arrest. Yeah, yeah, Kun fayakun, kun fayakun, kun fayakun, fayakun. Nisikize vizuri, mini brain kwa akili yako. Mindo memory za utotoni mwako. Cheki life yako ina revolve around nini. Know thyself, wejijue jiamini. Hauhitaji psychologist au kusik medical advice. Device plan ya personal fulfillment no actualize. Parallel universe haina limitation, it's all in the mind. Furaha, amani, upendo manifest self image divine. Yeah, nilienda far sana na mi na style kujipea visit. Enda mbali sana na mi. Yeah, itabidi nimejita meeting. Auski psychologist amenifanyisha PE. Ati niangalie sura yangu kwa mkojo nimepi. Fraction ya misi mi. Tichali uliza what do you wanna be? Kukua mson kagundua zote lawyer na doctor na scientist. Ni wanna be. Sio bure walini separate na mi. Sana jitafuta alinishow me. Aliko 6 feet deep. Wakam replace na madawa na steam. As a means ya kuget back your self-esteem. Yeah, nilienda far sana na mi. Mbali sana, yeah. Na style kujipea visit. Yeah, yeah. Enda mbali sana na mi. Yeah. Itabidi nimejita meeting. Yeah, yeah. Islands Express. Yeah,
check.
Kun fayakun maovete. Kitu sua, shout out kwa watu wangu, yeah.
Hey,
the black boy band. Yeah.
Good stuff manze. Nice. Mambo vipi?
Poa sana.
Unasikia aje manze?
Fiti.
Yeah, ni fiti. Napenda vile hiyo ngoma imego deep.
Yeah, ni deep sana. Ni
inspiration moja hatari sana.
True. Soul searching kiasi. Soul searching, tajua iliandikwa time ya curfew.
Ndio. It's a good way to start the show, ndio?
Kabisa.
So, thanks for that opener.
Yeah.
I'll be calling you back after a short while and then tutakuwa tunapiga performance nyingine tukichapiana, si ndio?
Safi.
All right. Yes man. Good afternoon to you and welcome to Eastlands Expression, ladies and gentlemen, from wherever you're watching us from. They call me Pinches the Entertainer, and of course, manze, this is Mashujaa edition of Eastlands Expressions. So come on to watch from wherever you are. Happy belated Mashujaa Day to you, sindio? And of course, manze, today I have a surprise for you. I have a surprise package. This amazing lady amekuwa hapa na sisi, akatutoka, but sasa amerudi, sindio? So nataka kuja hapa tuambie alikuwa ameenda wapi. Josephine, karibu manze. Welcome back.
Thank you.
How are you?
Thank you. I'm fine.
Unajua nimeshindana ni kuintroduce aje.
First and foremost, mimi sikuatoka.
Ulitutoka.
Correction. I was away for a much needed break. And I'm back. I never left.
Let me tell you something. You have so much explaining to do to these viewers. Wametukua kituuliza, huyu mdemu limpeleka wapi? Ama alikuwa huko West akasema mambo na watu wa East ataki. So, she's here, she's going to be telling you where she's been.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And it's so nice to see you guys, my fans. Thank you so much, E-Squared fans. Baze nilikuwa nimewahata, but I am back like I never left.
Like you never left.
Sikuwatoka. Once in a while. Mnajua mtu need ku re-energize. When you need to re-energize, unachukua break kidogo, unarudikiwa na energy yako yote.
You look good.
Thank you.
Hii rest ni inafaa hadi mimi producer fanya kitu nafaa hata mimi
maspa
niende
nini pale kuji self care is very important. Self care is very important.
Ndatuma email nitishe hiyo break. But anyway,
happy Mashujaa Day to you as well. Hata hatujaonana it's been almost actually it's been more than a month, yeah?
More than a month, yeah.
So happy Mashujaa Day as well to you.
To you too.
And to you lovely people,
yeah, man.
Wherever you're watching us from, happy belated Mashujaa Day, because we didn't get to see you guys on Mashujaa
Yeah,
Day. So tumesema ini Mashujaa edition because I mean we are still celebrating our heroes, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah.
So umekuaje manze? Hizo siku zote zenye hujakuwa around umekuaje?
Nimekuwa poa.
Uh-huh.
I have that rest and relaxation, it was very important.
It did you well, eh?
It did me well.
Amazing.
Nasikia tu niko rejuvenated.
It's good to have you back, sindio?
Yeah.
So Josephine, last week we had an amazing conversation, sindio?
Actually, not even last week. The whole of this month, you guys have been having a very important conversation.
Yeah.
And October is a month that we celebrate or we mark pregnancy and infant loss.
Yeah.
And I like that you guys took the time to shed a light on that conversation, because I sifikiriange kuna watu wengi who have a conversation.
Yep. Watu wengi wana shy away from the conversation.
Yeah.
But sasa unajua huku kwetu hapo mali amtaki kuenda ndio sisi tunawapeleka.
That's what's up.
Because at the end of the day, these are things that people need to know. In as much as we would like to assume that after all ina constant tu mwenye akona ball saa hiyo ama ina constant tu mwenye amepeana mwenye ana give birth, but hata sisi tuna go a long way into making it ikuwe something yenye it's easy for each and everyone involved. Sindio?
And last week you guys had a very interesting conversation with Rose Mbide. Yeah, she's a community health volunteer
at Mkuru kwa Ruben.
Yeah,
Mkuru kwa Ruben. I liked the whole conversation, but Kenya ilikuwa, I think most of our viewers need to really take seriously on whatever she said hapa kwa show, ni importance ya kupeleka watoi clinic. Let me tell you this, there's so much that comes with
right from birth, after amezaliwa.
Temenye ako ball ama pia after asha deliver. It is so much important kupeleka mtoi clinic na kuenda clinic. Watu wengi wanaipuuzanga tu wanasema after all niko poa sisikikana nini, but ni important. Kuna zile vitu zenye
so from the minute you discover you're expectant, all the way mpaka mtoto akam and even after,
it is very important. I think that is what was key to me, and I think that is what each and every one of our viewers should really pay attention to.
And also kuna hii story wasee ujua didema kona ball. Charlie, me, why should I be concerned? Why should I be concerned? Nidema kona ball. This is your girlfriend, this is your wife. Dude, you are very important in this process.
Even your sister. Sometimes
or even
ladies
your sister,
need a support system.
Exactly.
It's regardless of whether mse mwenye ako ni mwenye hiyo ball ama ni mtu. Like your support system ni important. To keep each other accountable.
Yeah, that's right.
Of whatever need to be done.
That's true.
Yeah, man.
So guys, siseme ati Jubal ni dem amebeba, me si need kuwa in that picture. So you don't impregnate someone and then you decide you're out of the picture. You living affects the mother and even the unborn child. So it can cause so many, it can ni trickle down effect. Inakujanga tu down ina affect kila mtu.
So today manze tunaendelea bado na hiyo conversation, and tutakuwa tunaongelea on how to take care ama how to handle wenye wamekuwa victims of ama wenye wamelose watoi during and after childbirth. What to say to them, what to do to them, sindio? Basically kujua how do you handle such a situation, and how do you handle a person mwenye kwa hiyo situation? Sindio?
How do you support them? What not to say?
How do you support them? It's really important. Tunaweza assume tu udhani mse ako sawa, but kukuwa tu hapo ina go a long way. And to help us with this conversation, we have Wanjiru Kihusa, sindio? The founder and CEO of Still a Mom. Atakuwa anatusaidia through your conversation tujue.
We're gonna be having a Zoom conversation in some few minutes from now. So that tujue support, unapatia mtu support mse ame lose mtoto either through a miscarriage or stillbirth.
Stillbirth.
Yeah, there are things that you're not supposed to tell somebody. So, yeah, find out whether you know what to tell someone who has lost a child,
Yeah.
and what not to say.
Sindio? Alafu Josephine wiki manzeme kwa wiki kubwa. Sijui kama ulikuwa rada. Sijui kama ulikuwa aware.
Nilikuwa aware.
On Wednesday something big happened.
Mashujaa Day.
Mashujaa Day.
Also, apart from celebrating Mashujaa, mi niko aware juu ya Mashujaa.
Only celebrate tu mtaani tu ordinary. Oh, pole. Sasa
mi nilikuwa na celebrate tu mahero wangu. Something else happened.
Yeah, we had an amazing show at the Carnival Barcelona. Sindio?
Okay.
Na tulikuwa na an amazing artist. She's not just an ordinary artist kwa sababu she's the daughter of a legendary artist in the reggae.
Watu wa reggae.
The none other than NKULEE DUBE. She was in the country. Alikaa manze akapiga show. Like that lady is amazing.
Oh wow! And
That
you
lady,
guys were here to
you were there
to capture it.
We were there to cover it. So
right.
just stay tuned
kama
kwa
ulimiss.
sababu kama ulimiss stay tuned kwa sababu tuko tunacheza hiyo feed right here at E-Squared.
All right. So live. We're gonna be having her on the show as well.
Yeah.
Sawa. So
And
we are
also-
gonna be waiting for that.
Yeah, so
That's a very big one.
hiyo
very,
ni
very big
kubwa,
one.
hufai kukosa. And then
NKULEE
pia,
DUBE.
of course we have an amazing artist on the show with us today mwenye ametufungulia show.
Fungulia show.
Anaitwa BRIMA.
Yeah.
Atakuwa na camp pia anatupigia performance yake. She's she.
Hey, your English teacher should see you right now.
Kuna time uliniambianga ni ujaluo wangu inatoka. He
Hiyo sitakutetea. Hii tena. Hapana. Mwalimu wako wa English.
He's an amazing artist.
Yeah.
A hip hop artist. So tunamdiscover, tuna get kuno jani yake imekuaje kwa the whole industry, si ndio?
So leo tuna fuse hip hop na reggae.
Na reggae.
Aya, wase wa hip hop, wase wa reggae. Don't go away.
Don't get away.
Even you who is not a reggae fan or a hip hop fan, this show is still for you.
Si ndio?
Yeah.
Did you know?
So today we have a very interesting did you know, yeah? Hata mimi leo nimeenda shule, nimepelekwa shule by the So this one is very interesting, yeah? Did you know that a woman's heart gets bigger both in length and in width during pregnancy? I did not know that. I have carried a child twice. I did not know that.
Aki ya Mungu.
By the way, I didn't know. So apparently a woman's heart gets bigger in both length and width during pregnancy.
Why? It's cause of ventricles, blood flow and everything. Hizo vitu zote ziko hapo.
The walls of the ventricles, they get thicker. So ndio ipump that extra blood that is needed.
It's understandable.
Na ulikuwa umeidha bio?
Complex sana. At least tulikuwa shule kidogo. Hata kama tulikuwa tunasomea kwa dirisha.
Hey, your biology teacher must be very proud of you.
But tulikuwa shule kidogo, si ndio?
Yeah.
So let's get this show on the road.
Yeah. And without further ado, we're going to be moving over to our Zoom interview with WANJIRU KIHUSA.
Yeah.
And I would like you, if you're watching this show, if you know a lady or a woman who will really, benefit from this conversation, please share the link or go to E_squared on YouTube. Share that link to every woman. These are conversations that we really need to listen to.
Yeah.
It's important. It's important. Yeah.
And as we prepare to watch this video, for our viewers at home, remember that question of the day, we have an amazing question of the day. Yeah. It's tied up to the whole thing of Mashujaa and the week. So tuambie tu ukiwa mtaani, who are you celebrating as your Shujaa and why are you celebrating them as a Shujaa? No? All right.
Okay. And I can see that we are live. Can you hear us, WANJIRU?
Hear me?
Yes, we can. All right. Sawa. Asante.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Okay. So karibu sana, WANJIRU. You can hear us because we are seeing you live and clear from wherever we are.
I can hear you too.
Karibu sana to E-Squared.
Asante.
Okay. So WANJIRU, as I mentioned, guys, WANJIRU KIHUSA is the founder and the CEO of Still a Mom. She's going to be telling us more about what Still a Mom is about, and as we sail through this conversation. So karibu sana WANJIRU. And I think from that point, that's where we're going to start this conversation. What is still a mom, and how has this journey? How did this journey begin for you?
So Still a Mom is an organization. Thank you so much, first of all, for having me. I'm really happy to be here, especially in the month of October, which is usually the Pregnancy and Infant Loss Awareness Month,
Yeah.
but we'll get to that later. But Still a Mom is an organization that's a not-for-profit that supports parents who've lost a child either to a miscarriage, stillbirth, or infant death. So basically, parents here, we mean mothers and fathers, really, just supporting families and sometimes even siblings of children who've passed away. So it began in 2015, but it's probably a little earlier, registered officially in 2015, but I started it in 2014 after we lost our daughter through a late miscarriage in 2013. Yeah.
Poleni sana, poleni sana.
Asante.
Okay, so I think that's now where we get into the thick of things with this conversation. If you don't mind, maybe you can take us through the journey, your journey as a family, and why it was so important for you to begin this organization.
Thank you. So what happened is, like for most people, we got married, and at some point you begin to have the conversation of should we get kids? Tuanze kujaribu, we see how it goes, you know. And up until now, I think I was like 25, 26. To be honest, it's just the biology, you know. People usually have unprotected sex. You get pregnant, and then 9 months down the line, we go to hospital and we come home with a baby. The most I knew was it could be a CS, it could be a normal, a vaginal delivery. We say these days we don't say normal because both of them are normal ways of getting a child, right?
Yeah, they are.
So it could be either way, but at least uta come home na mtoto.
Yeah.
So that's usually the expectation for most people, and even us, it was the expectation.
Yeah.
Except like I had a really difficult pregnancy, so I was completely nauseous, like the excessive one, where, you know, I meet people who say morning sickness, and I'm like, but they nakonga to full day sickness.
It's true. It's true.
It is,
yeah.
Although there are some people who have no symptoms, it's the beauty of the human body.
Exactly.
Yeah? There are people who
some don't know what morning sickness is actually.
And we are happy for them and a little bit jealous.
Yeah.
But so from the get-go, it was difficult. And at 6 weeks, I began to spot. Spotting here is bleeding a little bit. Yeah. And I remember calling my doctor, and she said, really, at 6 weeks, come, just come right now. And I had a really good gynecologist, and I'm really grateful to God. She was awesome. She did not make me feel like I was having symptoms that were not serious. She took me seriously, yeah? And so we went, and she sent me for a scan, and she said the pregnancy is still okay. So what we need to do is we need to put you on some hormonal meds just to sustain the pregnancy until week 12, when we can know the pregnancy now is safe.
Okay.
So that's what happened. But then about 16 weeks in, here it's 4 months pregnant.
Yeah.
Nikaanza kurudi back to those symptoms of nausea. You know, like I would feel in first trimester. It's like it came back.
Yeah.
Which was a surprise because finally I was eating. Finally the symptoms were better, you know.
And that's when they normally wane off.
Yeah, that's the time you're feeling like even smells don't bother you so much.
Yeah.
Kuna ka relief, basically.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I had that relief for like 2 weeks, and then back to those weird symptoms. And my doctor was puzzled. And then I started to have a fever. So I went to see a doctor, 2-3 doctors. Wanasema hawajui what's the problem. At the same time, they'd be like, oh, your body you have an infection. We can see your white blood cells are many, but we can't quite tell what specific infection you're fighting.
Yeah.
And that happened for like a month. Then in November, at this point, we were 20 weeks pregnant, 5 months. I just, in the middle of the night, started to cramp. You see, this was my pregnancy number 1. So the best I could explain how I was feeling was cramps.
Yeah.
You know, because that's what I knew.
That's what you know.
I didn't know how to back then. Yeah. But now, because I'm a bit of a seasoned mom, now I understand. That was preterm labor, you know? So we ran to the hospital. We drove to the hospital, mbio. And then when we got there, they took the scan. The heartbeat was okay, but the baby was in distress. Now remember, at 20 weeks in Kenya, we still call it a miscarriage. And I'll explain why. Because some countries call them different things.
Okay.
Because they have technology. For us in Kenya, mtoto akazaliwa at 20 weeks, hawezi survive. We don't have the machinery, the technology to sustain that life. So for us, we define a stillbirth to be from 28 weeks of life. Because at that time tunaweza mweka kwa incubator, tunaweza fanya kangaroo mother care, tunaweza fanya vitu kadhaa za kufanya huyo mtoto survive. But 20 weeks is so soon. Even in like very high technology countries, it's very hard for that baby to survive.
Okay.
So unfortunately at that point, my water broke and I delivered right there on my bed. I didn't even get a chance to go in the labor room. And it was a very traumatic experience. And every now and then I go back to that time and I can remember it feeling like a movie, like it was happening to somebody else and I was watching. And I think it's the brain's way of just keeping you numb so that you process things slowly. But so that's the journey towards starting Still a Mom. It was my personal story. And then about around that time, I also resigned from my job. And I just couldn't bring myself to go back to work. And so I was home and grieving and alone because, of course, my husband had already resumed going back to the office. And I remember at the time I used to blog. So nikaandika this blog post writing about, losing our baby. It wasn't out of sympathy or anything like that, but it was more to ask, do you guys know of organizations or even places where people go for counseling or anything like this, where people get supported? And instead of getting people who told me, najua hii place, what happened is my inbox just went crazy with all these people who are sharing Me Too stories. At Mimi, it happened. My wife, actually last month, my sister, there were all those stories. And slowly but surely, my desire just to fix this problem that I was seeing came strongly, and then we began to have support groups. The first year, to be honest, I ran it kininja, like I didn't even have a counselor. My background is not counseling. Now I am trained. But back then I used to work in IT. The only thing is I loved these people. I knew they were hurting.
And
so
you
all
shared,
I did was
you could relate to what they're feeling.
Exactly. So support groups zetu za kwanza zilikuwa to we sit in a circle, we share how you're feeling, what is helping you, what do you do on those days you're having a really bad day, stuff like that. And then now, up until now, when it's a full organization. Okay.
But at that particular time, you said that was around 2015. We are terribly sorry for your loss. But it was around 2015, you say?
No, the loss was 2013. Then I began Still a Mom in 2015.
The loss was in 2013. So back then, when you searched around, there were no support groups. There were no organizations that were offering this. What of counselors? Maybe directing you to people who actually deal with maternal health, mental health. Were they there?
They were. I remember I actually called a money counseling center. It's a school, it's a college for counseling. And I remember they said, yes, we have counselors, and sometimes they will have a client who has gone through, they've lost a child. And so we cater to them, but we don't have like a group. And I remember to date, I don't remember who I spoke to, and I have worked with them now for the last couple of years. But whoever I spoke to told me, start something and we'll see how we can support you. But so there were individual, like you could go for therapy, just you and the counselor. But there weren't support groups. And even me, the only knowledge I had about support groups was what you see in movies. AA, my name is so-and-so and I'm an alcoholic. Sindio? But I knew Nimali, people come and they share, and then it's called peer support. You support one another, even when there's no counselor in your midst.
All right. So how dire is the situation in Kenya? Are there organizations that now you can actually rightfully say they are supporting ladies or women who have gone through that? Or for now, you are doing this by yourself and, trying to, get other people running?
I'm really proud to say there's so much progress. Like in the last 8 or so, like, in the last 6-7 years, there's been mad progress. And I'm so proud of us as a country. When I started, it felt like speaking, like, first of all, it felt like you were sharing very personal information.
Right,
Kuna watu
right.
walikuwa wananiuliza, mbona unashare maneno ya bedroom yenu? You know, like it felt like I was all alone, speaking very personal matters that were usually very taboo.
Yeah.
But then, like, I know right now at the top of my head, I know 3 more organizations. Empower Mama, there's another one called Missing Peace KE. There's another, like, some of them are online, others are offline. Right now, I know counselors we have worked with who offer that as a service on purpose, you know, deliberately. Not just that one client that comes. So there has been really, really good progress. And additionally, there's the power of the media. I'm really grateful because I got a lot of support from the media, like what you're doing today. You know, sometimes you wonder, does it matter? Does it help?
Exactly.
It does, because early on we would ask people, how did you hear about Still a Mom? Mtu angekwambia niliwaona Facebook, nilikuona TV, you know. But like over the last 3 years, when you ask somebody, how did you hear about Still a Mom? Watakwambia, a friend of mine referred me to you. And that's a very powerful thing.
Very, very.
That means walikuwa wanakunywa chai mahali wakidiscuss, and then that person maybe shared that this is what I'm going through. Na mabeshte wake wakamwambia, by the way, enda uone a professional. That's a very serious change of, like, it's a shift in people's perspective, because nowadays we respect counseling. Kitambo ilikuwa tu kitu like, why should I go talk to a counselor?
Ukionekana ukienda kwa counselor, mtu anasema, kwani umeanza kuchizi? You know, we had that.
Kuna mashida mingi sana.
Kuna mashida mingi. Yeah, that's true. And what is the place of that kind of therapy when a woman is dealing with infant loss, pregnancy loss? How important is it not to put that into heart? You know, there are people who wanasemanga, this happened to us, me and my husband, so we can talk about it, we see how we can deal with it, the two of us. How important is it to look out, to get support from other people?
That's a really good question. There are two things that I insist on. Number one, I am aware that counseling is expensive. And because we are non-profit, we have, recently we have not had funding, so we are struggling to offer free. But there's a time when you could attract funding and you could tell that person, kuja tu, you know. But I'm aware that, you know, these counselors also need to feed their families, right? So it can't be zero bob. So when I encounter somebody who is not able to come for counseling right now, I ask the very next question is, what is your support system like?
Okay.
It's a very crucial to know who is this person surrounded by. Sindio?
Yeah.
Na pia sisi tunajuanga, like, do you have people you can go lay bare where how you're feeling and there's no judgment? Sindio?
Yeah,
even men,
a safe space.
Sindio?
Yeah.
Exactly. We all need an environment. Naeza come hapa niseme, I am contemplating suicide. Na hamta panic. Sindio?
Yeah.
Na watu wata chap wa figure out how to help me out. So that's very crucial.
Yeah.
So number 2, there's always a place for professionals. You see, the thing is, talking to a counselor is not like talking to your BFF. It helps that you have a BFF. Ni kama step 1. But step 2, when grief can be very complex, and we process grief in very different ways. And there are so many factors.
That's true.
Like now, the guy behind you, see, men, right? Men process just gender. Ukileta tu gender.
That's
yeah. Gender watu wana processing grief kitu tofauti, si ndio? Na tusifikirie tu kulose mtoi, to lose, hata kulose job. Let's say for example umeambiwa kesho uskam.
Ata process differently.
Na yeye ataenda, alafu hata akienda kwa boy wake ataambiwa is a bana strong. So but
ingine inakam strong Buddha.
So unaleta gender, unaleta venye msee labda ali grow up. Kuna watu by the way kwao hawako idea.
Yeah, that's true.
Hakukuwa na room for him. There was no room for any emotions. So ka gumu, sindio? So then there are people who they grew up in healthy places where if you are feeling a certain way, you could talk about it. So all these factors, including something we call complicated grief, that maybe you're also processing a different loss that you have never processed, and now this one has ongezad. Let me give you an example. People who they got pregnant, haikuwa mpango. So already the relationship is strained. Aujaleta the fact that they've lost a baby.
Yeah.
So that person is grieving two, three things. Ako peke yake sasa amewachwa juu ako alipata boy. Number 2, she's lost a baby. You see, she's processing two heavy things.
Those are two different things.
Exactly. Then you find maybe somebody who is a victim of rape.
Oh no.
And then they got pregnant. And then they've lost a baby. That's a lot to process. Yeah.
Too much
so
trauma.
There are people who you really, they need to come. They need to go see somebody who is a professional, please.
Yeah.
So they can process, especially when you start to go the direction of self-harm and suicide.
Yeah.
Like you're beginning to feel that hopelessness of life.
Yeah.
Ukishaanza kufikiria baadaye kitu hata hakuna point, afadhali tu mtu adae. Yani you start to encourage thoughts of, then please see somebody.
Okay. See someone, guys. If you have a sister or a friend who you have seen going through such kind of emotions, please, there's organizations that like Still a Mom that are willing to support you through your grief, your loss. You shouldn't walk this journey alone, as Wanjiru is rightfully telling us. But do you think our community, we have grown to the point of not seeing a miscarriage or a stillbirth as unajua kitambo watu walikuwa wafikiria wanasema you lost your baby, pengine ilikuwa uchawi, witchcraft, those funny things that people used to think about. Have you encountered that, or are we as a society slowly losing those kind of perspectives?
Okay, first of all, let me add a previous point. You don't have to come to Still a Mom only. Even as we are currently partnering with counselors, but there are even free places. Like I know CETAM has like a place for counselors.
CETAM the church
has an online CETAM church. They have free counseling.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it's Valley Road, but they have a program specifically for free counseling.
Okay.
There's Akina Amani Counseling Center. These colleges and schools, they actually do therapy at a very subsidized cost. There are even toll-free numbers. Like I know Miss Kize has a call center for counseling. Yeah. So usi panic ati hakuna do. Find help. Whichever. Ata squeeze at a hospital is a gava, they have counseling.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So I just wanted to add that, lest it starts to sound like it's unreachable. We don't want somebody to want help and then they feel like they can't afford.
Okay.
So to answer your question, we are getting better. Progress, hatuko hapo bado, but we are making progress.
Yeah.
Like I told you, in 2014, when I started to talk about this, man, like it was such a taboo conversation.
I can imagine.
Then I'd go back to Shag and I would be seen as somebody who is taking my bedroom matters to TV,
there.
Yeah. And then there was the lack of basic understanding of how the female reproductive system works, right? That, including utambiwa, like now there's this condition called SIDS. It means sudden infant death syndrome, right?
Yeah.
Where sometimes our babies, they've been born, they come home and then they just sleep and then they don't wake up.
They don't wake up, yeah.
And doctors have really, really tried to find out nini. And there are so many factors.
Yeah.
Hakuna cure, but they try and say, like kuna factor, for example, jaribu kulalisha mtoto wako akiangalia juu. Kuna vitu unaweza fanya, lakini hauwezi prevent kabisa, sindio?
That's true.
So, I remember talking to this lady and she told me, even two stories, she didn't even know what I did for a living or what I did for work.
Yeah.
And then she told me ati kuna mama alikuja, akashika mtoto, alafu, akamweka chini akalala, na huyo mtoto hakuwa yoamka. You see now, we start to think ni huyo mama
alishika mtoto. Exactly. That's it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, that's it. So, but over time, that's why I was telling you, the role of the media is very powerful.
Okay.
Sometimes it feels like you are not making progress, but educate. Keep educating.
Yeah.
Sindio, kuna mtu hakuwa anajua saa amesikia.
That's true.
So just for people to understand, it's purely health. Like miscarriages, half of them are chromosomal abnormalities. If we go back to our biology, Form 2, Form 3, tulipokuwa tunajaribu kusoma how zygote is formed, blah, blah. Sikuna chromosomes from the dude, chromosomes from the
guy,
chick.
the X and Y chromosomes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So basically, your body can tell when chenye tumetengeneza si normal. So what the body will do, it will remove. So that's almost like a very big chunk of miscarriages are that. It has nothing to do with anything you did or you didn't eat right or you worked out too much. because also self-blame and guilt is a big, big thing for women.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's just the body was like, this child may not live, so the body self-corrects. You see, there are conditions like blood pressure.
Yeah.
You know, when we talk about preeclampsia, eclampsia, right?
Yeah.
There are conditions you actually get only when you're pregnant, and then when you stop being pregnant, the body like
regulates
diabetes. Exactly.
Yeah.
So there are so many conditions, and all of them are health. They're health-based, you know. So we are getting to a place of understanding. Oh, okay, it's that.
Yeah.
And then that then affects how we support the person who's lost a baby.
Okay.
Yeah, because if we think that she's bewitched, nobody wants to go near her.
Yeah.
Hiyo nyumba, but when we should be supporting and making sure she has good supporting systems, hakuna mtu ataenda kwa hiyo boma. Nilikuwa naambiwa that even people who are not allowed to kwenda baby showers, watoto wake wanakufanga. Can you imagine that statement?
Oh wow.
You know? Huyo mama siwezi taka huyo mama ashike mtoto wangu.
Yeah.
We, huyo pregnancy zake zote ziutoka. You know, it's such a
in this day and age.
It's not very nice. Yeah.
When you think that everyone has all the information at hand, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that someone can talk. And it's interesting that you have started getting into that conversation. So talk to us about the things that someone should tell someone who has lost a baby. You know, we as a society at times we become very, for lack of a better word, we are so out of touch with what someone else is feeling at a point of maybe a friend or a sister, your wife has lost a child. We don't know what to tell them. You know, unasikia mtu atasema, see, at least tunaweza get ball tena. Or you're still young, you'll get another one. Or, you know, some things are very insensitive. So what should you tell someone who has lost a baby? And what should you not tell someone when they have lost a child?
So first of all, I'm going to give us a guiding principle. Yeah. Imagine that they have lost a grown-up. Yeah. So zile vitu huwezi mwambia ati if she had lost her mother, you can't tell her she's young, she's going to get another mother.
Yeah.
You can't tell her that.
That's
right?
true.
So you guide them. Remember that somebody they love died. Period. It doesn't matter how old. Were they 2 weeks pregnant? Were they 3? The baby had only come home for 2 days. These only details. Yeah. Somebody they love died.
Yeah.
So that will tell you you can never replace a person. See, like me, I'm really grateful God gave us another child. It's a boy, but even if she was a girl, we had even gotten a name for the other one. Ni watu tofauti. So hakuna mtu anaweza replace another human being. Sindio? So wacha maneno za you will get another one, you are young, you have time, at least you know you can be pregnant.
Yeah.
Wachana na such comments. Yeah. And I know people come from a good place.
That's true.
It's very rare that somebody will tell you something hurtful on purpose. They're just trying to comfort you.
The best way they know how.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. When something bad happens, don't be in a hurry to switch on the light. Kaini kwa giza kidogo. Part of friendship ni kukua kwa hiyo darkness pamoja.
Yeah.
Because sasa hiyo positivity, at least you know you can be pregnant. At least you are not too far along. At least you had not spent too much time with them. At least your positivity, inaitangwa toxic positivity.
Yeah.
Just trying to make somebody, I know you're trying to make them realize that there are still some good things. But at the moment, and especially when the loss is very raw, don't say stuff like that.
Yeah.
Instead of talking or saying, I advise you to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you're close, visit. Sindio?
Yeah.
Visit. Tunaenda kuona msee mwenye amepata mtoi.
Exactly.
Tunaenda tunamtembelea, tunampelekea diapers.
Yeah.
Tunamwoshea vyombo, si ndio? Hatuendangi kukua mgeni ati sasa all of us ndio unapikiwa chai, hapana.
Unaenda kusaidia.
Wapikie sapa, order some food for them, or stock their fridge with some food, you know. Like look for ways you can really help.
Yeah.
In the event that it was a child that there needs to be a burial.
Yeah.
Show up and help with logistics. If there's something you can do to unburden that person, remove some decision making, you know, work with them. You know, I will say fortunately, I have fortunately gotten the joy of walking, not joy, but I've fortunately been there when, several, maybe some friends or people who know me through Still a Mom have lost a child, and they just need someone to go discharge the body at the morgue, pay bills. Unachukua tu ID yake, unafanya ma processes na yeye.
Yeah.
Sometimes they want to go view their baby's body, and they just need someone to stand next to them. So basically, I think what happens to us, honestly, is we really fear sadness, sad moments.
Yeah.
We really look for ways to avoid them and to bring some joy and light, but you see,
try
the
to
nature
make
of
the
life-
person forget. It's impossible.
Yes, the nature of life is that we are going to have both. We are going to come for weddings and we are going to dance.
That's true.
But we are also going to have funerals.
Yeah.
And that is life.
Yeah, that's life.
Yeah, so if you think about it like that, then you'll know what to do, mostly what to do and not what to say.
Yeah.
Katika harakati ya kuongea ndio utasema kitu offensive.
Okay.
But let me give a disclaimer. Don't refuse to go because you're scared you're going to say the wrong thing. You'd rather just go.
And just be there.
Like me, I remember to date, all these years down the line, I remember the people who showed up. And I don't mostly remember if they said something weird. It's those people who never came, and then I bumped into, and then they said something weird that I remember.
Okay.
So go.
Okay.
People will just be happy that you went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your presence means a lot.
A lot.
Okay. Let me quickly run through to our YouTube, the guys who are watching live. Thank you guys so much for your comments. So J Blue Music anasema locked kama kawa, asante sana. Wow. Beatrice, Nicolocked, thank you. Caroline is saying, welcome back. Josephine, you're glowing. Oh, thank you very much. Nice to see you, Josephine, back. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Let me first read the questions that are in. Okay, Caroline is saying, Wanjiru, you are such an inspiration. Glad Still a Mom is a place to support women and families who have lost their babies so soon. You are a phenomenal woman and you're doing a great job. That is from Caroline. Leah Odhiambo is saying, present to witness such a wonderful conversation. Thank you very much. Brad is asking, what's next after pregnancy loss? What should the woman and family do after losing a child so soon?
That's a good one. Yeah. Do you want me to answer that, or do you have any other one that you want me to answer together? You tell me.
Okay, just answer it as it comes as I peruse through the others.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that is usually dependent on family. Yeah, there's no one size fits all.
Okay.
So some people feel like and this happens a lot. It happened to me too. It's like you want another baby now, like I don't know whether it's like a feeling for trying to replace. I'm not quite sure what the feeling is, but there's usually that mad desire to have another baby, but that might not be the very healthy way to go. Yeah.
Okay. Because
I have had a pregnancy after a loss, and I can tell you it is full of anxiety.
Yeah.
Every time you go to the washroom and you wipe, you are terrified to find blood.
Yeah.
Every time you go for a gynae's appointment and then they pack you that thing on your tummy, you're afraid they're going to tell you, Madam, I'm sorry, there's no heartbeat.
Yeah.
The pregnancy after loss is not, you're no longer innocent. You have had your heart broken before. So you are scared. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would say, let some healing happen.
Okay. Take
if
some
she
time.
can see a counselor, take some time. Breathe.
Yeah.
Breathe. Physically, by the way, I remember my doctor told me, physically in 3 months, you're good. All they usually need is for you to have another period so that they can calculate the next pregnancy. They want your body to feel like it has reset.
Okay.
Let the body reset. But mentally, it takes a little longer than your physical.
Yeah.
So until you feel ready. And here I will say sometimes partners feel ready at different times. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do remember my husband particularly. Alikuwa amesema by the story ya watoto tumefunga. Your story imeisha.
Yeah.
Imedai.
Yeah.
You know. and me on the other hand, I wanted a baby tomorrow. You see. But then over time I realized he had encountered his wife have a difficult pregnancy.
Yeah.
During when we lost the baby, I was so sick. They were trying to save my life. Like his wife almost died. Nilianjaribu kuiona from his perspective.
Yeah.
So to be honest, he wasn't very happy about pregnancies.
Yeah.
So
he's
get on board
also
both of you.
unpacking his own trauma for seeing all that happening. Yeah.
And so we know pregnancy si kitu ya kutrick mtu nayo na ati ku get pregnant hivyo yako without the buying of your other partner, right? It's even worse if you guys have gone through a loss and one of you hasn't processed.
Yeah.
Because you remember, you have to be good parents to the person coming.
That's true. That's very true. Yeah.
So whatever you can do to make sure that that couple, not that woman, that couple is supported.
Okay.
Because both of them need to process.
Okay. I hope, Brad, that question has been answered. Leah Odhiambo is saying, Josephine, I see you. Nice to have you back. Thank you very much. Steve Biko is saying, maboy lazima tuchochane. Bro asiingie depression. Ambia boys vitu poa ndio zinakuja. Wewe ni strong. So I think that was just supporting the boy child comment as well. Yeah, that's a very good comment. Beatrice is asking, after the loss of a baby, how long should it take for a mother to get pregnant again? And is this a way of therapy too? I think you've answered the first part of that question. Yeah. She's asking, is this a way of therapy too? I think that what you were talking about replacing.
Yeah, it is a form of therapy because I have to say there's a joy. Like when I held my son, man, the way you feel.
Yeah.
I felt like I'm a Christian, so it felt like God had truly restored where, that void. So, but it should not be used as the only therapy.
Yeah.
Go in as a healthy mom mentally and physically before you decide to get pregnant again. Because you see, the new pregnancy will come with its own challenges, and you want to try your best to be. You will not be at your 100% because even me, many years down the line, healing takes time. Yeah. But at least go in feeling like you've made some effort to get better.
Okay. Ian is asking, how do you help a woman who is now afraid of getting another baby after losing a baby, and the husband wants another baby? People end their marriages. Okay, people end their marriages because no one wants to understand the other. So I think his question is, how do you help a woman who is, I think, afraid of getting another child after the loss?
I would say let them go for counseling, both of them. Both.
Yeah.
Because first of all, it sounds very blaming. It feels like Nia and Akazia, and that's not true.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. During pregnancy, mothers feel more. The husband enjoys the baby once they are born, right?
Yeah.
But from the day they get pregnant, this mother has been carrying. She has her own reasons.
Yeah.
Like I have said, at Missouri, I already gave an example of me and my husband, and it was the other way around.
Yeah.
There's a reason why she's afraid. People just need to communicate. Achana na my expectations. See me, I wanted to get pregnant that time.
Yeah.
If I hadn't understood my husband, that would just be a conflict.
That's true.
Right there.
Yeah.
And I want to say I had to encourage myself every day until he was ready. It was not easy.
Yeah.
So in this case, I would request the patience of her spouse and try and get to the root cause of what is exactly that is causing her so much. Why is she scared?
Yeah.
So create an environment where people feel like they can talk without being judged.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I know, like let her know, babe, ile time uko ready kuongea, nitakuwa hapa na nitakusikiza na sitakuforce. Then atafungua roho. Then utajua, ndio hiyo kitu. What can we do to make it better for you?
Yeah.
So it's not just pushing wewe hautaki mtoto kwa nini.
You both have to be ready.
Like be a partner that partners. You know that term partner?
Yeah.
Sindio? Be a partner. Usikue tu hivi.
Okay. Beatrice is asking, do we have enough support system as a country to support women who have lost their babies so soon? I think we answered that question at the beginning. Ambia Haji is saying, Shujaa wangu ni... Okay, we'll get back to the questions or the comments as they come. All right. Okay, I think I'll read the other comments as we wind up this, after we wind up this conversation, but those are the questions that had come in from our viewers. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for the questions that you have sent in. And Wanjiru, as we wind up this conversation, so maybe you can tell us the impact that Still a Mom has had thus far since 2015, as we close this conversation.
Other than, we have worked with over 5,000 people. And in Kenya, we've gotten the privilege to support parents also from 5 other countries in Africa. But beyond that, I have seen a change in attitude. And I think that's the one that I'm most grateful for. The fact that now we are several organizations who are doing this. We've done some trainings with midwives and medical professionals on how to support somebody who's lost a baby. You know, right there in the hospital, before you discharge them, what can you do? How can you be kinder, more compassionate? And I've seen a change in attitude, you know? And I think that's my biggest win. That's when I think about measuring success, that for me is a win. To meet a midwife who first asked me, mama mwenye amepoteza mtoto wake ashakufa anaweza taka aje kumuona. Then you take them through training and then they realize, oh, it's important for her.
For closure.
To see her baby. Exactly. If she needs to take some photos, if you can even give her some privacy. Easy vitu si za wazungu. It's actually good for her mental well-being. Mkipatana na the next antenatal clinic, you'll be happy you did it because she processed. So just, I think for me, that is the impact I am most proud of. The change of heart, the change of mind, you know? And because whenever we are confronted with any new knowledge, we are allowed to change our mind. And that's a mark of a mature person, right? I didn't know this, now I know this. And because of that, I am thinking differently, you know?
Exactly. You gain another perspective as well.
Exactly.
Okay, thank you so much, Wanjiru, for even taking the time. Before I let you go, maybe someone is watching this show. They have a friend, they have a sister who is going through, you know, the emotions right now. They have lost a child. Maybe it's very recent, and they don't have any finances or something. How would you direct them to, or what other organizations can you direct them to go to?
So for starters, I would tell them, like, we have a support group online. There's a Facebook page called Still a Mom Support Group. Hapo we do peer-to-peer support. But we also have the people that moderate the group themselves are trained.
All right.
And
trained
we also
counselors?
have referral systems. Yes, they are trained, and we have referral systems where, for example, if you're feeling overwhelmed, the peer group is not meeting the needs you want. You want a bit extra, some help. There are actually counselors that we've even added their phone numbers and details on the Facebook group, where you know you can reach so and so, give them a call, arrange a session. Additionally, I have also shared those, you know, those organizations that I've talked about, those that you can call, you can go to CTAM, so that you can have a wide range of stuff to choose from. We are not pointing to ourselves that we are the only ones who can solve your problem. That's not true. There are so many resources out there. And even sometimes you might find your church, you know, some people don't live in Nairobi. What in your area can you utilize? So that's what I tell them.
Okay. Thank you so much for joining us, Wanjiru. Kuna mtu anauliza hapa, Steve anauliza, anasema congratulations team Eastlands Expressions, naona tuko majuu. Kihusa ana to join from Someone thinks you're abroad.
Yes, actually, I live in Dubai.
Oh, nice. Nice. Leo tuko Dubai. Tumeenda majuu. Thank you so much, Wanjiru. We are totally grateful.
Pleasure.
We are totally grateful that you have actually taken the time to educate and raise more awareness on this very particular, very important issue. I'm being told
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, I'm being told you are at the Dubai Expo.
Oh yeah, yes.
Yeah? Maybe you want to mention a few things about your experience there, what you were up to.
I'm really happy with the Kenya Pavilion. So the expo is very beautiful. Anybody who's traveling to Dubai for a visit, anaweza hakikisha a squeeze kutembea to the expo. It's amazing, but I'm also very impressed with the Kenya team.
Oh, wow.
Nile nakutembea huko nikasikia Mkenya sana. Like,
you are proud. You're like, yay, I'm Team Kenya.
Very proud, very proud.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for taking the time And even what you're doing, raising this awareness and supporting ladies and women who are going through such a traumatic time of their lives, you know, it's important. And so we
All
are
right, thank you so much.
celebrating you as Island's Expressions, and you are our Shiro of the week.
Oh, thank you. That is very kind of you guys.
Yeah, it's an amazing thing that you're doing. You know, we don't take it lightly, and we really, really celebrate the work that you're doing. And keep on shining a light to those who needs it most.
Asante sana. Bye.
All right, bye. Salimia watu Dubai.
Salimiana.
Yeah, sawa. Thank you. All right, that is WANJIRU KIHUSA. She's joining us from Dubai, and she's a founder and CEO of Still a Mom. You can check out the organization. She has said that there's a support group on Facebook. So if you know a lady who has recently lost a child or has had a miscarriage, you can direct them there, and they might get the support that they need. They don't need to walk this journey alone. So as I switch on this phone to get more comments from you guys, asanteni sana. I had totally missed you all. Kabisa, kabisa, kabisa. Nimeona salamu zenyu akina Steve Biko, Bradley, nimeona Beatrice Patricia, Caroline. I had totally missed you guys. Leah Odhiambo, thank you. And I am seeing, okay, let me read the comments I hadn't read, kabisa. Beatrice anasema, nice to see Josephine back. Thank you very much. Steve anasema surprise mbili in one show. Nkule and Josephine. I'm just happy. Miss Mendes. Oh, thank you very much, Steve. Beatrice anasema, wow, that did you know ni kali? Ni ukweli. Very kali. Rebecca is saying, Wanjiru, such a hero. Very true. She is a hero. She's doing an amazing job. And yeah, we totally need to support that such organizations that are helping people regain their mental health after such a traumatic event in their life. Steve Biko anasema, okay, I've read that comment. Leah said, present to witness such a wonderful conversation. Thank you very much. And I think I have finished reading all your comments thus far. Okay, Ambia and I respond to one of the questions that we had asked. Anauliza, anasema shujaa wangu ni wazazi wangu kwa kunilea, kunipeleka shule na kunisaidia kujijenga kimaisha. Big up E squared. Big up to you, Ambia. So we are going to be having our Shiro of the week. Stay tuned. Do not go anywhere. We are coming back right now. Just watch this. Okay. And that is our Shiro of the day, WANJIRU KIHUSA. And yeah, she's the one we were having a conversation with just a few seconds ago. And umeonaje hiyo conversation?
Nime like sana hiyo conversation. She has said so many important things that we need to consider. I think patenye amenibamba ni role yetu kama men, sindio?
Yeah.
The importance of being involved in these situations.
That's true.
Sindio? Na hii kupeana tu support system kama mwanaume. And then pia sisi wanaume pia tunataka support system.
Watu waongee.
Sindio, watu waongee, watu open up.
Unajua people think ati cause ni mama amelose mtoto, wewe haufai una feel kitu.
Sindio?
Juu na watu mtaa usema ni bibi yako amebeba mtoto, ni ana feel hizo vitu.
Yeah.
But people forget that immediately your wife or your girlfriend or someone you know gets pregnant, someone close to you gets pregnant.
Yeah.
Pia wewe uko na expectations.
Exactly.
Umeshaanza kujipanga, I'll be someone's dad. Umeanza kupanga future ya umtoi. And then all of a sudden the baby is not there.
Yeah, so it's important to the men, to the fathers of those kids.
Yeah.
Kupewa support after it has happened, kwa sababu it crushes someone so much. I think I've had friends who've been in this situation na mara mob why inafanya msea think. Some people blame themselves.
That's true. And WANJIRU has actually said it.
Yeah.
Watu sema
it's me. What did I do? What did I do wrong? What did I do? Nini nilifanya nini? And we need to be there to actually tell them that it's not the end of the world. All will be well. Na kukua tu hapo for them during that period.
Muhimu.
Yeah.
Muhimu sana.
Amazing conversation, manze. I love this show kwa sababu inafanyanga tuna learn vitu zenye si za kawaida. These are things that you wouldn't just bump into kwa street conversations zenye wezi tu patana nazo tu mahali popote.
Na unajua kwa nini hii conversation important, because it has affected one of us here in the studio.
Yeah, in one way. Yeah,
and we were not able to provide that support.
Exactly, yeah.
And if we knew then how to support the person,
if only we knew how to.
Tungetembea na yeye in a different journey.
Yeah.
But you learn and live. You learn and live.
Good stuff, ladies and gentlemen. So right about now, we want to switch gears kiasi. I want to introduce you to our artist on stage. Alitufungulia stage with an amazing performance. He's still here to perform for us and to talk to us. Allow me to introduce to you none other than BRIMA.
Yeah. Karibu sana. Karibu. We expect to bob our heads. So you're a hip hop artist, eh? What do hip hop artists do? You expect us to bob our heads.
Yeah.
So break a leg.
Yeah. Maovete. Binti ni mrembo na mwaza sana. Nilimwona mara ya kwanza pale Sagana. Nikahisi moyoni tuweze kujuana. Tukapiga maselfie na tukapendana. Lakini huwa analia sana. Mbona mama kamtahiri msichana? Eti mila na desturi zinafatwa. Mazoea za kipuzi za kuachwa. Yeah. Anajijua. Yeye ni mtoto wa Wangari. Anajijua. Yeye ni mtoto wa Ayan. Anajijua. Yeye ni mtoto wa Wangari. Anajijua. Yeye ni malaika. Binti amesoma akajitahidi, anaishi kwa heshima na ina beauty, kutetea haki za wenzake, ni mwenyekiti kila siku, ako women's rights, ni mwandishi, kazi kwa wamama, tukipopa live, tusaidie kina dada kupigana hiyo fight, tukiungana kwa umoja, ubaguzi kukataa, motherland tamaduni zitabaki manufaa. Yeah, anajijua, yeye ni mtoto wa Wangari, anajijua, yeye ni mtoto wa Ayan, anajijua, yeye ni mtoto wa Wangari, anajijua, yeye ni malaika. Yeah. Your song inaitwa Women's Song, dedicated to all these women out here. Yeah. Ni dedication kwenu. Women empowerment, girl child. Yeah. Sindo Maovete. Na mmesikia hapo tuko na mashiro pia. So mahiro ina mashiro.
When I'm deep tu yani like pieces zako tu ni si za kawaida.
Yeah.
Pieces zako ziko na kitu hapo nyuma.
Yeah,
so tuwezi anza hii conversation kabla sijataka kujua about your piece umedusa hizi.
Yeah, your piece vile nimesema inaitwa Women's Song. Actually it's inspired by movement ya empower women na the girl child.
Yeah.
Ni project tuna contribute to the Women's Vinyl Project. Ni project ongoing sahi, ina feature ni music project actually all over Kenya.
Yeah.
All these communities that have practices, especially focus yake ni FGM, which stands for female genital mutilation.
Yeah.
That's why unaweza sikia hapo hivyo nasema lines zingine unashindwa rada
ni gani?
So ni project tunadu ya women empowerment. Na hiyo conversation ni poa sahi kwa hii century tuko like hatuna option, lazima tuongelee.
Hatuwezi assume.
Yeah. So artists tuna contribute
sana, si ndio? Yeah man, thank you very much ladies and gentlemen. If you're still watching us and if you're joining us just now, remember we are live on YouTube at E_Square TV. You can also engage with us across social media platforms. We are on Facebook at Eastlands Expressions. We are on Instagram and Twitter at E_Square KE. Leave us a comment. Tell us where you're watching us from. Who would you like to give a shout out to, of course? And we are celebrating Mashujaa. Bado tuko kwa Eve ya Mashujaa. So tuambie una celebrate nani kama shujaa wako and why are you celebrating that individual? Si ndio? So Brima.
Yeah.
Before hata niende sana. Hebu jintroduce tu vizuri venye wewe vile unataka kujulikana kwa hii game. Naweza kuwa maybe nimekosea mahali kwa introduction. So Brima ni nani? Brima ni nani?
Unafaa uongeze tu the baddest hapo.
Brima the baddest.
No, it's a joke.
So Brima ni nani?
Brima ni msanii. Full name ni Brima Maovete. Maovete ndo crew. Naweza cheki hapo hivyo kwa hiyo label. Hiyo ni crew. Inamaanisha ma veteran. So tuna represent. Why unaona tuko deep ni even the name inakam na weight flani. Unajua ukitry ku represent au ku commemorate ma veteran and wale wase wame build the nation, wase walitufaitia. So you already umecarry weight kwa hiyo jina na that's what we have to become. Unajua bado ni jani, siwezi sema Brima ashakuwa hiyo but ni jani na tuna strive kwa hapo. So mimi ni artist, sometimes na kuanga videographer pia, nimedo some videography work na executive producer team Kiswahili. Naweza check hiyo album on all streaming platforms. Tumework na Maovete, so ni band, ni group. Tuko na Gitonga Mukira, mimi na endo Maovete, alafu tumework na Kitusua on the same project inaitwa Kiswahili. Yeah. So hapo kuna kazi zetu. Also niko na solo album inaitwa Happy Hour Buffet. Hapo nimego sasa hip hop. When I'm not working kama Maovete, si lazima nikuwe so deep. So na try to experiment with the general topics za hip hop. So yeah, mimi ni artist end of the day, na try to express different things artistically. Yeah.
Good stuff. So tukiongelea sasa, nimesikiza projects zako kadhaa. The collabos na the individual projects zenye umepiga kama Brima.
Thanks.
Na there's something interesting about hizo ngoma. Ni ngoma zenye uwezi zieka kwa kategori fulani. Si hip hop, bado si, unaona. So how would you describe the type of music that you do?
I would say ni hip hop in terms of hip hop is a mentality, is a lifestyle, is a culture. So ni hip hop inspired music. But atujilimit kwa in terms of sound, because nacheki hadi sahi nikiperform na band, maybe mse ana play mse play hip hop. So akicheza blues, mi bado tuna rap. So mi na represent hip hop na bado whatever is happening ni hip hop. It's a hip hop moment. So mi bado kuna tracks naweza fanya hata kama ni za Afrobeat, get. but the way I think, the way I interact with the world ni hip hop.
Okay.
I would say, not just the music.
Now, so far, inspiration, the main inspiration behind your songs, zinakuanga drawn out of what?
Mainly naweza sema ni vitu zina happen. Kama women's song unacheki ni kitu ina happen na ni women empowerment, so nikika hivi when this conversation is going on around me, na think like sinafaa ni do song about it, because even though ni suggest to contribute to that women's vinyl project, it was a conversation, mtu alikuwa a lady was talking and I was like, na men wanaweza fanya hiyo project, and she was like, yeah, you can. So mostly inspiration come from events na vitu zina happen, then kuna zile vitu zina come from memory, which still ni event ili happen in the past. So
memory zako,
memory yangu, or hata unaweza share story yako, then I'll be like, yo story manze ni deep sana, nafaa kui express somehow creatively, so naweza andika something about your experience. That's why unaweza find like muko na try kwa artistic to that extent that I go into your mind. Like hata kunfaya hiyo piece tulianza nayo, nikisema nisikize vizuri mini brain kwa akili yako, like I put myself as a character in your brain, so I try to experience your life experience, so you inakuanga one of the inspirations.
It's a good thing that umeongelea hiyo kunfaya yenye ulikuwa umeanza nayo the first performance, ndio? Kwa sababu I listened to it na I'm sure someone else here can relate to the track. Ilikuwa na so much power, ilikuwa na so much information, ndio? So probably was a breakdown. What was it about?
So kunfaya first of all, the title inamaanisha be and it is. So
which language is that?
Hiyo ni Arabic. Ni Arabic for be and it is. So unapata the inspiration is like vile unaweza overthink vitu, but the way we are created, tumecreatiwa, watu sema tumecreatiwa in God's image. Na God who create na akispeak kitu inakuwa, unajua,
speak life into something.
So akisema be inakuwa, so and it is. So that's the meaning of the word in scripture, unajua.
All right.
So the inspiration was to try to bring that, like, see wenyewe even as humans tunafaa to try ku adapt that image, unajua, to try kukua creative. The word creative, we limit it so much. We can do so much in our creativity. So then ni kitu nilikuwa nimefikiria zamo as a, in fact ilikuwa spoken word piece, ilikuwa inafaa kwa intro kwa album ingine tu, but that time the album ilikuwa maybe iko na wasee wengi, so I could get chance. Then coincidentally years later, like 2 years later, tukamit na Kitusua studio, then I was tukitaka kudu song, akashare hiyo hook ingine ya nilienda faa sana na mi na style kujipea visit. So then nikamwambia, what if tukidu song inaitwa Kunfaya Kun? Then I remembered that intro that I was supposed to. Akasema, hey, inaweza, even mimi nimeifikiri hii song inafaa kwa exactly the way. So we went to the studio tukaifanya. So ika come out kind of a soul searching music. Soul searching music. So tunaongelea going deep into yourself, knowing yourself, understanding yourself na kujipenda vile uko, yani ukishajielewa. Because most of the time unapata kuna a lot of information that una feel you're lesser. Una feel, manze bado sijaomoka, sijadu kitu fulani, sina kitu fulani. But the real power is in yourself. So tulikuwa tuna go deep into finding that self with a capital S, unajua. So that's the main meaning and message of that song.
Ni kitu fiti sana na napenda vile you're so much aware of whatever you're doing. Na it doesn't just happen evil to out of the blues. It takes someone mwenye really anajua Kenya na do na amekuwa maybe for a while. So umekuwa ama wewe ama sema tu wewe individually umekuwa kwa hii game for how long?
Being hip hop and being artistic nimekuwa for the longest while, as far back as I can remember.
Yep.
Yeah.
Professionally?
But professionally, ile time nimeanza kutoa projects online ni hapo ma 2017 2018 ndo nilitoa my first piece.
Yep.
Yeah, ilikuwa yani I've been creating, I've been making stuff, but zile unajua uko insecure, uko sure kai iko sawa. Okay, first time nilirecord ilikuwa huko ma 2006 to 2007. Nilirecord kwa project ya msee.
Yeah.
Ilikuwa album ali launch, but hata nilikuwa so insecure kuteka hata credit
ya hiyo ngoma.
Yani hata sikuwa najirepresentative, manze nimedungoma nini go to a bit. So that's the first time niliingia booth na msee tukadu kama 2007. 10 years later,
yeah,
ndo nikafikiria yo I need to like sasa nifikirie professionally, because all through that nimekuwa naandika, nimekuwa active trying to do some music related things, but saa 2007 nikasema let me do my first piece. Nikaenda mimi mwenyewe solo studio, nikaongea na producer, kekelea kazi.
Nini li influence your decision sasa ya kuingia pro?
Ni funny sana.
Unajua si decision rahisi, especially after ushatoa shughuli,
Yeah.
imeka hivyo vyote, then
Yeah.
ukuje tu uamue that sasa unataka ku go pro. There has to be some level of thinking behind that.
Yeah, unajua when all this time mi najibeba ka artist.
Yeah.
But wasee hawajui mi ni artist. So only way wajue lazima niweke kazi hapo nje. Then kitu ili ni push like that last step ni funny sana juu ilikuwa ni freestyle flani ya Eminem.
Yeah.
Alikuwa na diss president wa US at that time. So me I was like, kama superstar anaweza ongea reality in front of people na hasi fear any consequence ama nini. Why am I creating in solitude na andika all these things which no one will ever hear, which means sina freedom, the artistic freedom per se. Najifanya artist but sina artistic freedom. So I was like, I need to pursue your artistic freedom, nijieke huko nje, nijieke subject to judgment, all that, because it comes with the game. So hiyo ndo ilikuwa the last push, nikaamua okay, iliwe liwalo.
So your decision yenye uli make your time, do you feel like it's paying off, and probably what's the response mafans wako?
Yeah.
Ama wewe individually, did you get satisfaction out of the decision you made as kuingia pro sasa?
Yeah, up to now, everything that's happening, even being here today, is as a result of that decision. Kasingeamua ati kujieka hapo nje, singekuwa hapa even now. So yeah, your decision ni critical, and so many things zime come after that, even the project Kiswahili, even my solo album, the Happy Hour Buffet, zote zina come from that simple decision that okay, ni either unafanya professional ama you fold to seme au like,
do.
Yeah.
Good. So saizi unamanejaje kuwork na group Maovete na bado kutoa projects zako solo?
Hiyo ni challenge. ni challenge big sana, because when ukiwaka group kukwa na a lot goals, mnafam do activities, vitu mnafam do kama group. Then at the same time, at the back of your mind, unajua bado kuna stuff zangu za solo na funny do. So kubalance na kutry wase wa group ukitry kuambia your own personal things wako like
mbona
wewe au focus. But to you they are related. We are like si sote ni music, why don't we mnaweza kuwa na band, you are like play song ya group then next play song yangu solo, but wase wa group wako like si tukwe tunadu tukwe tumesimama. So working hivyo, so kufind your balance ni challenge. Na also resources in terms of money, energy, time. Lazima yani ukiwork na group lazima ukue dedicated pia, juu group ndo iwork lazima ikuwe team, na team ina mean commitment. So you have to let go of your individual most of the times. Because hata kama my solo album, your project, nime-release tu, sijai launch ama sijai market, sijai push basically, because focus iko Kiswahili. That's why hata navaa tisho hii nikitembea mtaani, but sivai tisho ya Happy Hour Buffet.
Okay. So una represent, wewe una represent the group?
For now, yeah.
Okay.
For now. Because group yenyewe tumeiform 2020. Na so far tumeachieve album, tumepata audience, tumepata following flani.
Yeah.
So mi naona iko na a bright future. So naeza choose prioritize more than even my solo projects. Because you know, nasemanga umoja ni nguvu. Yeah, so hiyo togetherness.
Kweli, mkiwa wengi mnafika haraka.
Mbali, yeah.
That's good. So what's next tukimalizia?
So yeah, maulize hiyo swali ya right moment nilikuwa nimetaja togetherness. So kuna hiyo project tunafanya togetherness kama Maovete sasa. So part of the things that hiyo decision ya kudu professionally may lead to ni ku get in touch with other people, among which ni Maono Africa Center for Transformation, whereby nimeenda hapo hivyo, tumelink up na kina MCK, ule wa Dandora Love. So pamoja na another artist wa Sweden anaitwa Vic Vem. So together tukaamua to come up na project inaitwa Togetherness, which should feature the younger generation artists na kutry kuexpress hiyo power ya that togetherness na hiyo umoja vile unasema tunaweza fika mbali na tunaweza fika haraka. So that's next. That's the project tuna work on right now. Tumerecord like 5 tracks, various artists. By the way, C.E.O is one of the artists. The rest maybe, so he's one of the artists who are Maono Music. So that's where the energy is right now for the next projects which you can expect to let.
Good stuff. Tuna look forward to whatever will come out of that. Na I hope ki-launch utakuja chambulia tu hapa hivi, si ndio?
Kabisa.
The audience is there, is waiting for you.
Kabisa, tuna appreciate.
Yes, man. Thanks so much, ladies and gentlemen, for continuing watching this amazing episode of E-Squared. And I want to let you do the next piece yenye utakuwa unafanya. And then I'll come back to malize. Si ndio?
Sawa.
All right.
Yeah. Maovete. Hii piece inaitwa Kenya, since tuko Shujaa Week. Yeah, ni song niliandika tu about Kenya. Yeah. Yeah. Kenya ndo kwenyewe, sisi wana inchi ndo wenyewe, inchi ni mimi na wewe, tuungane jengane inchi we penyewe, na ndika hii na upendo in memory of baby Pendo. Yeah, yeah. Na andika hii na upendo in memory of baby Pendo. Navumilia kwa Mkenya but na try kwa mzalendo. Again a grain of wheat. Yeah. Again a grain of wheat. Yeah. Na andika hii na upendo in memory of baby Pendo. Navumilia kwa Mkenya but na try kwa mzalendo. Again a grain of wheat, no hate speech. Yeah. 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 Your piece dedicated to Wakenya wote. Yeah. 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 Naandika hii na upendo in memory of baby Pendo. Navumilia kwa Mkenya but na try kwa mzalendo. Again a grain of wheat, no hate speech, naimba love song. All I have ni redemption songs. Yeah. Kenya ndo kwe. Yeah. Kenya ndo kwenyewe. Kenya ndo kwenyewe, sisi wana inchi ndo wenyewe, inchi ni mimi na wewe, tungane jengane, inchi we penyewe. Vision 2030, 15 years ago, oya, Jamhuri ya Kenya, omba Mola, tunasema Vision 2030, 15 years ago, oya, Jamhuri ya Kenya, omba Mola, Kenya ndo kwenyewe, sisi wananchi ndo wenyewe, inchi ni mimi na wewe, tuungane jengane, inchi we penyewe. Kenya ndo kwenyewe, sisi wananchi ndo wenyewe, inchi ni mimi na wewe. You can kill the beat. You can kill the beat. So song inasema Vision 2030, 15 years ago, oya, Jamhuri ya Kenya, omba Mola. Vision 2030, 15 years ago, oya, Jamhuri ya Kenya, omba Mola. Unaelewa? Vision 2030, 15 years ago, oya, yani tukiangalia Vision 2030 bado kuna Vision 2050 which ni years ago. Jamhuri ya Kenya, ndo muhuri ya Kenya. Yani ndo muhuri ya Kenya. One love. Vision 2030, 15 years ago, oya, Jamhuri ya Kenya, omba Mola. Soma dola inasema tusipo unite tutakonka. Soma dola inasema tusipo unite tutakonka. Kenya ndo kwenyewe, sisi wananchi ndo wenyewe, inchi ni mimi na wewe, tungane jengane, inchi we penyewe. Kenya ndo kwenyewe, sisi wananchi ndo wenyewe, inchi ni mimi na wewe, tungane jengane, inchi we penyewe.
Ati inchi?
Kenya ndo kwenyewe, sisi wananchi ndo wenyewe, inchi ni mimi na wewe, tungane jengane, inchi we penyewe. Kenya ni kwenyewe, sisi wananchi ndo wenyewe, inchi ni mimi na wewe, tungane tujengane, inchi we penyewe.
Amazing stuff, man. Napenda hiyo ngoma kwa sababu ina relate to the whole theme. I mean the whole vibe ya the week.
Jamhuri ya Kenya.
Si ndio? Man, sisi kama mashujaa tunapenda lines kama hizo kwa sababu zinafanya tunakuwa on ground. Si ndio? As good citizens. Thanks so much, Manze, for coming on the show, for sharing your amazing story with us, and of course for giving us that beautiful performance. Imekuwa fiti sana, Manze. I love. Napenda sana ngoma zako, Manze, zina touch msee.
Wasee wazicheck out, ziko kwa all streaming platforms, ziko kwa YouTube videos, ukisearch tu BRIMA MAOVETE ama search Kiswahili, zote utapata. YouTube streaming platforms zote.
Na apart from YouTube, wasee wanaweza kucontact aje maybe?
Social media, @MAOVETE.
@MAOVETE, social media, kila mahali
utatupata.
All right. So any last words to your fans who are watching?
I think since tuko Mashujaa Week, ni poa pia kutake time kuremember mashujaa na kumeditate, kuelewa that hii country mali tumefika ni struggle. Wase ilikuwa ni blood, sweat and tears ya watu, na hatufai kuachilia tu
for granted.
To take for granted. Tunafaa to remember. That's why hiyo jina MAOVETE ni ma veteran, so tuna try lazima tu represent, watu wakumbuke where we come from as a country, ndo tuweze jua mahali tunafaa kuenda as a country.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Maovete, for that amazing piece and that amazing story umetupatia. Of course, if you're still watching us, bado tuko live manze, we still have amazing stuff to come. And in the spirit of the Mashujaa Week, manze, we had an opportunity of hosting an amazing act. She is an international artist, and of course, she comes from a family of music and a family of legends. We had an opportunity of hosting her on the show, one-on-one with the famous reggae artist winner of 2021, none other than Michael Black. So check out this conversation, and then we're going to be coming back.
Hello and welcome to another exciting conversation. And ladies and gentlemen, today I'm seated with a warrior princess. She called herself the Queen of Zuswa. I heard that from somewhere, but you'll get to know her today. She's been here. She had an amazing performance yesterday at the Mashujaa Day at the Carnival. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, whom am I speaking about? I'm talking about the very talented NKULEE DUBE. Welcome to the show.
Hello, my dear. Hi.
How are you?
I'm okay. Oh, a bit tired, but I'm
Yes.
fine.
I can really understand from that performance you put in yesterday.
Well, I tried.
Yeah, but thank you so much. Thank you for coming. For us, Mashujaa Day is such an important day in the calendar of the holidays of the year. And to have you here and just give us this Shujaa performance. Have you learned any Swahili?
Not really, except, the sawa, the typical situations. People have to teach me how to swear in Swahili. That's how you learn the language. Because you can say it to anyone.
No one told you anything you wanted?
No one told me any swear words, no.
You've been hanging around good people then?
Yeah, very nice people who don't want to teach me anything, basically.
Yeah. So, how has your stay here been? I know you're a few hours away from your flight. Basically, how would you summarize your stay here over this season?
I mean, it was great. Staying here also was like, hospitality and stuff like that. It was top notch. Great food in Kenya. Don't mess with their food. They can cook, honey. They can make you slap your mama type of food. So it's been an amazing experience. But I would have liked to do more in terms of maybe go to the Maasai, village and meet the people like outside of where I am.
Yeah.
But definitely we'll do that next time.
Did you meet anything strange? I spoke to Mark yesterday. He told me that somebody was proposing to eat some ostrich balls or something.
Okay, that's not the food I meant. Ostrich balls and crocodile are not a delicacy. In my country, you will be arrested for such food. You'll go to jail. You don't decapitate ostrich's balls. That is just... I'm sorry. I'm judging. On that one, I'm judging.
Yeah.
And they say it's a delicacy. No. It's cruelty.
Yeah.
No, I didn't want it. And they brought it. I'm like, oh, we have crocodile. We have ostrich balls. Where's the ostrich? What happened to it? Is it still alive? Can it still make babies? What happened? No, that is just, no. Stop it, Kenya. Stop it.
Myself, I was shocked to hear about that. And I live here.
Really?
Yes.
Ostrich balls, the other thing. And crocodile meat. No, we don't eat crocodiles because they eat people. That's like eating you. It's like eating another human. So
Yeah.
I don't. It's different, strokes for different people, but I'm judging.
Yeah.
I am,
Welcome.
very much so.
Welcome. We appreciate it. But now, NKULEE, just transitioning into the story of your life. I think personal, as Mike, I'm really honored to sit here with you today.
Thank you. Me too.
As I mentioned to you the other day, I do reggae music. I sing reggae music, and your dad was the inspiration behind me doing reggae music.
Wow.
I do only reggae music. I grew up to his music, and seeing you and having you here being able to say hi to you is really an honor.
Yeah, thank you though. It's an honor too to be here.
Realize that you are a dancer.
Yeah, she's a trained dancer, honey.
You still dance, or that now took a backstage?
Well, I mean, I'm a trained professional dancer, meaning I do ballet, I do contemporary, but you know, obviously the piano things. Yeah, I guess we have to do that too. Yeah, so yeah, I am a professional dancer.
Yeah.
Like that's how I started my career. That's how I got known as a dancer. And then I transitioned at 16 to do music because of Lebu Matosa. One of the greatest queens. She's literally the person that made the NKULEE that you see. She's the reason why I am who I am. Yes, obviously including my influences from my father, but in terms of an artist build up, she built me, she molded me, she made me who I am. Yeah.
You used to back her up, I saw something.
Yes, I used to back her and dance also for her. Yeah, how I started, she just gave me the mic during her show and says, you can sing. And I was like, on stage, like thousands and thousands, go in Mozambique, thousands and thousands of people, and she just said, live on stage. And I never looked back from then.
What did you sing on that night?
I have no idea. It was like a freestyle thing. It was just Panic and Jesus. You know, just glitter and Jesus. Make it shine, and Jesus was there. So yeah, until then I just never looked back. I never booked another dancing gig, never booked another anything except music. Yeah.
So let me ask, at 16, you're doing professional dance gigs for
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Not stripping.
No.
No, I would do dance. I would do dance gigs. You know, as a ballerina. You know, we did a few situations with African Footprint. So yeah, I was in that world of dance, in that world of theater. You know, working in a theater type of vibe. Yeah, and then when I did a lot of work with Lebu Matosa, yeah, she's the one who said, no, you don't belong there. This is where you should be. So I never looked back after she told me that.
Then that is at 16, coming into music. By that time, you've not met your dad.
No, I have not met my dad yet.
So what was there a transition now when you get to meet him and you know, this great guy is my father, but I've been doing music anyway.
Yeah, I mean it was a shock. It was a culture shock when I actually the person who told me who Lucky Dube is the same woman who put me in the music. She's the one who said, I don't care what your people say, you are Lucky Dube's daughter. I'm like, girl. Yeah, and then I came home and I told my mom, like, girl, Lebu says, and then she's like, yeah, she's right. That's your father. So that's literally how I found out. She's the one who put me in where I am. Hence I say she molded and made everything for everything to prosper. She's my beginning. She's my everything. She's my step. That's who I am. And even in meeting my father, she was the one who introduced us. Yeah, and then immediately after she introduced me and my father, she passed away.
She literally handed you
literally
over.
that week, yeah.
Did you ever work on any musical projects with your dad?
With my dad?
Yes.
No. Because I don't think any of us would have. My father said, what I do is not a gimmick. This is my job. This is what I do. So if I was a doctor, will I now ask you to take the scalpel and give surgery to someone? As your dad, am I gonna take you to surgery? No, because that's my job. That's what I do. You do you. I'm not gonna bring you to my job to do what I do. Doesn't make sense. That's why doctors don't bring people to make surgeries on them, because you're my daughter. No, you don't know how I do things there. So no, he always kept his family life and music life separate from us.
And I see your style. To be very sincere, I've had it with you, ethno raga.
Yeah, ethno raga, yes.
How would you define the style? What is it?
I keep things ethnic. I like sounds that are more grounded, more African, source from Congo, source from Kenya, source from, more. That's why the ethnic part. ethnic part is an African, you know, so that's the ethnic part of it. And then the raga is dancehall and reggae mixed together. So with the Afro-pop twist. That's my sound, I guess. It's kind of crazy like that.
Yeah, and I've seen you getting a couple of nominations and awards as a reggae person. You've stepped into boots that we follow you and say, Negative is not, but how do you separate? Because I think from very many interviews of you, I saw very many people focus on asking you about your dad. And how do you ensure that people interact with Nkuli and not necessarily?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a journey. I had to build my own brand outside of my father because, which I don't mind being under his umbrella. It's a very great umbrella because not only did I inherit, you know, the families all over the world, I inherited the love too. Yeah. So I have to learn how to adjust to reciprocate it back to the people. So I cannot tell someone, oh yeah, if no, like it was those and be mad or whatever. No, because they are fans of my father. I inherited his fans. Yes. And I have to treat them and understand and have that movement. I also have my own fans, you know, people who only knew me, you know, like people who just knew about Lucky Dube as I came on the scene. They, you know, the younger generations, 20-something, you know, us, the 21-year-olds. That's us. So most of them didn't know, didn't have it play. You know, they grew up in the hip hop, dance hall vibe. You know, they're 19 now, they 21 now. So Lucky Dube was not part of their culture. So he also inherits my fans like that. They get to know him through me, and his fans get to know me. You know, through. So we share. There's nothing malice about it. I'm very comfortable under the Dube name. I am.
Yeah. Thank you so much. So as we conclude, any projects we can look forward to? The album's coming.
Yeah, the album The Journey, which I Am Woman is a single from. It's gonna, hopefully before end of February, we will release it out to the world. And yeah, we're gonna have so much fun. There's love songs, you know, she's crazy. She has love songs, she has dance hall songs, she has nice music dance songs, and she has reggae, and she has Afro pop, and maybe some opera. Yeah. You know, just throw everything in there, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank
you. Ladies and gentlemen, NKULEE DUBE, live and seated here. Please, when you come around, say hi anytime you're in Kenya.
Oscoff.
We'll be happy to host you and have that conversation. If you are doing your tour,
yes,
we would want to grab you
and know what's happening.
And know what's happening anytime you're around.
Yeah, I would love that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys, and thank you so much for watching. That's NKULEE DUBE. You can follow her on her social media sites.
At NKULEE DUBE 24/7 on all my socials.
Yes, and check out her stuff. Thank you so much. We've been here at the Tamarind Tree Restaurant. I've been your host, Michael Black, and until next time, cheers.
Life is in the air, and I can feel it in my heart. This must be real, must be what we all want to feel like. It's what we wish for, someone there all night for.
Wow. NKULEE is such a vibe. Yani, I love her personality. She is so...
Such a vibe.
Yeah?
Umesikia ostrich balls.
Yani, mlimpatia culture shock. Wa Kenya, surely.
Mnafeed
mgeni ostrich nini hizo. Patia NKULEE after culture shock mbaya.
Hatari sana. Najua alikuwa surprised hawa watu manze. What's up?
What are this you're eating, you guys? But I hope you guys have enjoyed that interview as much as I did. And that right there was our CEO Michael Black having that conversation.
I'm being told by my director that nimekosea introduction. So let me introduce that amazing host for the second time. He is the famous reggae artist of the year 2020. Mr. Michael Black.
Hey, sawa.
I had to do that. I just had to do that.
The famous reggae artist of the year.
2020.
2020.
Yeah, man.
Michael Black.
I had to do that.
Yeah, na amestate hapo pia yeye hufanya reggae. I know he's a die-hard reggae fan, so he had to do that interview.
Yep.
Yeah.
So To dive in kwa comments kidogo, I see Rebecca Mururi anasema I love Mkule already. Such a vibe.
Oh yes,
Sindio?
my comments exactly.
And then Steve Biko hapo anasema at Michael Black moto sana.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have James anasema locked in interesting conversation at Michael Black. And then we have Nancy Bansi anasema Nkule is such a vibe. Yes, she is.
Akini ukweli. Yeah, you just love her from, she has a very warm personality.
Yeah.
She charisma.
Hawezi boeka.
Hawezi boeka na I just loved how down to earth also she is.
Yep.
She looks like mse mnaweza chill na yeye tu
na chapiane tu.
Yani she is the legends, you know, Lucky Dube's daughter. You're like, yay, I met her.
Man,
but,
the DNA that ina run kwa nini yake, kwa system yake si ya kawaida.
Maze si ya kawaida bana. Anyone who grew up or anyone who is a reggae fan knows how big Lucky Dube was, you know.
Simchezo.
So, yeah, you guys, please share that interview. Tutayeka after the show is over, we are going to upload this whole show, and we're also going to upload the interviews separately. So please share itambaye as far as it can go. Yeah. To your fans, to your friends, to your family, to your enemies, anyone and everyone. Exactly.
And also don't forget to engage with us on our social media platforms. That is Facebook, we are at Eastlands Expressions. Instagram and Twitter to go at E_squared_KE.
That's right. And we have come to the end of the show.
Unfortunately.
Oh.
The saddest part of the day.
I was really looking forward to seeing you guys once again, and y'all never disappoint. It was amazing. It's amazing to be back. I had missed you guys, man. It's always.
Ukijaribu kwenda mahali tena tutakuja kutafuta huko mahali umeenda. Don't try.
Nimerudi. Steve Biko nimerudi. Nimerudi. But
Steve Biko and the Premier Gang. Unaweza kuna watu Premier Gang.
Oh, kuna Premier Gang.
Premier Gang ni Steve Biko ndio ana lead. Alafu
super fan.
Huyo ni super fan.
Yeah,
man.
Exactly.
Big up Steve Biko wherever you are.
Big up to you.
Yeah.
But as with all good things, this has to come to an end. But don't forget, share, subscribe, hit that button down there to get all the notifications as we upload any content that comes. If you hit that bell, you get all the notifications from us, guys. But as always, it's always such an honor. It's always such a vibe to, vibe with you guys.
This Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, every Saturday afternoon. And tunaomba tu, if you have watched this show today and you have never subscribed, do that. Yeah,
man.
Right now. Tunakungoja. Umetap.
Moment of silence. All right. Okay, sawa.
Wamesubscribe.
Inaitwa housekeeping.
Yeah, sasa next chenye utafanya ni kwenda Facebook ama Instagram ama Twitter. Hizo handles pinches amepeana hapo. E_squared TV. You'll find us there. Yeah. So subscribe and also share all this content. You'll find amazing content on our page. And yeah, this is where we come sadly to an end to today's show, but it's always such a vibe to hang out with you guys. Thank you for keeping us company. And until next Saturday,
bye
kama kawaida, adios.
Yeah. Greetings again in the name of the Most High. Hi. Oh my goodness. Hi. Thank you again for celebrating and still remembering our family. My father, his music. Thank you so much for the support that we get from you guys, for the love, and hopefully soon the husband. House of Exile. Please now. Somebody told me about it when remembered. But today, here I am indeed. I am a praise to say nothing, just for the walls. Anyway, the policeman said to me, son, there won't be no schools anymore, there won't be no hospital, there won't be no schools anymore, there won't be no stuff. All the people will be preserved. All the people will be preserved. All the people will be preserved. All the people will be. Elements band, live on stage.